My name is John Patton. I've been a real estate investor for about 10 years now. I've been in real estate for about 15. I got started in the real estate auction business with a national firm. About 10 years ago, I went to my first DREIA meeting, and then I started attending those. And there was a program that Dave taught called Fearless Real Estate Investing, and I took that course back in 2000, I believe it was 10 and 2011, and I started to get more interested after I took those classes, and then that led me eventually to take the mentorship program. Over the years, I'd say that the most important part of the program for me was the availability of the mentors. Whether it was my main mentor, Dave Dinkle, if for some reason he wasn't available, then his wife Nan or Jim or Viju were always available to take my call, and they were always very timely. So to me that was very important, especially if I was working on a deal that was time sensitive. So I mean, for me that's invaluable. Between the four of them, the experience, I mean, I don't know how much combined experience they have in terms of years, but to be able to avail myself of that experience at any time is invaluable. I used to be an agent doing commission deals, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the business. Just my personality type. I didn't like driving people around and showing them a million houses, and we're 6 months later and finally they would decide to buy something. It drove me crazy. So that's how I got started. But I had a gentleman who was one of my very first mentors in the business, a guy named Mike Husson. He basically is the one that introduced me to DREIA and then eventually the mentorship program, and showed me that I could be making a lot more money as a real estate investor versus a real estate agent or broker. Part of the DREIA program is the mandatory 2 deals as part of your arrangement or agreement with the club. While at first it might seem very daunting, you actually have mentor program and the mentors with you as you go through the process of making the offers, responding to the offers, handling the contractual issues around the contract and the various paperwork, and right up until closing. When you look at the cost of the program, essentially after you do your first 2 deals, you've paid back your entire mentorship program fee. And in my case, there was money left over. So the deals paid for the program. And then the beautiful thing about it was that even though I was done with my first 2 deals, at that time I still didn't have a big enough buyers list. So I was able to make another partnership once the program had ended with the club to get them to market my deals until I could build up my buyers list. So that was great. I actually still maintain an excellent relationship with my mentor, my main mentor, Dave Dinkle, and all the mentors. And at this point I consider them friends, and I speak to them weekly. And if I have a question even now, I'll call them and they're always available to me. So from that standpoint, I just think as a value, from a value perspective, as far as the mentorship program is concerned, it's a tremendous value. You know, it's a life changer because it's going to set you up to do things the right way with real estate investing. These skills you'll be able to take with you for the rest of your life. And you'll know how to make money, you'll know how to do it the right way, and you'll know how to do it ethically. When you're new at real estate investing and you've come out of the program, you're going to be very anxious to get your first deal. The most important thing I can tell you is that your reputation is everything. And if you give people your word, you need to do it. One of the things I see, the majority of the students that come out of the program, I still, to this day, do business with week in and week out because I trust them and because they took the same values and they took the same, I guess you'd say, the same etiquette that we learned here at the club out with us into the business world when we do our deals. So if you tell people you're going to do something, be your word and do it. And try not to make a shortcut or go behind somebody so that you can make a quick buck. Because the thing is that it's a very small world in this business. We all talk. Everybody knows everybody. And you just want to make sure that you maintain the best possible relationship. And you want people to talk highly about you. You don't want to be that pariah, that's out there that nobody wants to do business with. And it can happen very quickly. It just takes one time, one screw up, and your reputation can go south. So it's very important that you maintain your reputation and do things the right way. And if you have a question about whether something is copacetic or not, you need to call the mentor in your mentor program and get their advice.